I started this Faceless YouTube channel less than a month ago and it's already pulling in over $400 a day from ad revenue, even though it only got monetized last week. But here's the crazy part. Before I even got monetized on this channel, I was already making over $200 a day from affiliate offers I plugged into my videos. And that's how I earned my first money from this channel, because unlike all these other gurus, I don't treat Faceless YouTube like a side hustle, I treat it like a real business. And in this video, I'm going to break down the 4 key steps that got me here and show you exactly how you can do the same. And don't worry, I'm not going to waste your time with the same bullshit gurus always say about CTR and watch time. In fact, I will actually debunk why you don't need to obsess over those metrics at all. Quick disclaimer, this video is a bit longer than usual, but that's because I'm going in depth and I'm giving you the entire system. So if you click off early, you will miss the exact steps that got me here. And honestly, if you can't sit through one video that could change how you build your channel, then you probably don't want YouTube success bad enough. So step number 1 is pick a niche with demand and affiliate potential. So when I'm picking a niche, this is what I look for, and I note in the back of my head and analyze the demand the niche has and the affiliate potential it has with every single niche I find. But a very important part is I don't overthink this. I spend max 60 minutes to choose the niche before taking action, before actually creating a new YouTube channel around that niche. This is very important because I see way too many people just constantly trying to find the perfect niche that has crazy demand, has no competition. Like, you can just throw an affiliate offer out there and you will just instantly become a millionaire. Like, you're just wasting so much time and procrastinating when you could already have 1 or 2 videos up and running. And the truth is, there is no perfect niche. Every single niche has its positives and negatives. Like, the grass isn't greener on the other side. This is something I have to tell myself every single day, but it's just so important to actually understand. Because if you can just remember these 2 factors, that the niche has to have demand and it has to have affiliate potential, then there is no reason that you can't make over $10,000 a month with YouTube. And there are just thousands of niches out there you can do this in. Trust me, as someone who has done Faceless YouTube full time for the past 2 years, the amount of just ridiculous channels that I see popping off that are earning thousands of dollars a month is just crazy. Like, I will show you just an example. This is a channel I found when I was helping a client yesterday, and I just stumbled upon this channel posting literally brain rot. If you don't know what that is like a TikTok meme, and all this channel does is just compare how different brain rot characters look on TikTok versus how they actually look in the Roblox game. Like, that is it. That's literally all they do, and literally only posting 6 videos. This guy's gotten over 2.5 million views on his long form content, and he's probably earned close to $7,000 to $8,000 in 2 weeks, depending of course on the RPM. Like, how crazy isn't that? And I'm not saying go into the brain rot niche or not, but it just shows you how specific you can be and still get views and make money with YouTube. And I say this all the time, but the opportunities with YouTube are just endless. Okay, so how do you actually find niches, and what do you need to look for to actually find a niche with demand? There are a bunch of different ways to find niches. You have just searching on YouTube using the incognito method, or using a paid tool like NextLab or vidIQ's outlier tool. I have a bunch of videos on how to find niches with these tools in depth inside my free school community, but for this I'm just going to show you how to do it using vidIQ's outlier tool. Now, you can use this tool for free, but you won't get as many videos as I get when you actually search for something, but you could easily find very good niches with just the incognito method and the free version of this outlier tool. So here you basically just want to search a keyword. So let's say I wanted to do a channel around fitness, then I would search keywords around that. So you can basically just ask ChatGPT like, what are common phrases in this space that are used in YouTube titles. So I just typed in something like gym. I'm actually going to show you how to actually use this tool. But a rule I always follow is finding at least 2 channels that started this year or in like the last 6 months preferably, that are getting more than 300,000 views and they have content that I can match or beat. And why is that? Because that is our proof of demand, and it's proof that we can start in this niche and start getting results fairly quickly. Because you don't want to find a channel that started 4 years ago but they only started getting views a year ago, because that is a pretty bad niche to start in, because we don't want it to take 3 years to actually get to that point. Like, that is too slow. So I'm going to look for that. The first thing I saw was this channel, so I'm just going to open that, but I'm also going to go to filters and I'm going to make sure that the publishing date was in the last 6 months, and I also want to make sure that the video length is over 8 minutes, because we want to unlock bidroll ads. And the views, we don't want something with very low views, so I'm going to put it like over 30,000. So just applying that, and then you just want to go and basically scroll until you find something. Okay, so I actually changed the keyword to anime workout because I found that to be more kind of faceless friendly. So the first thing I saw was just plum swear, so I'm going to check that out. As you can see right off the bat, these people started 1 year ago. That is a good sign for us. They're posting, yeah, they're not even posting very frequently, and as you can see, they're doing 1.1 million views. So right off the bat, that is proof of demand that this is a niche that we can also go into. So yeah, so this is more centered around, I guess, self-improvement in the kind of anime style. So a good thing to actually find competitors also is just to look some of these videos and basically just copy the title and go back to the outlier tool or the YouTube search bar and search that term. So I'm just gonna go and search how to learn boxing at home, and we're gonna get some nice videos here. So first off, that caught my attention was this fight boxing. So I'm guessing this is just centered around boxing with a kind of anime style. Now they don't have 300,000 views per month, but because they have such little upload frequency, then this is still a niche you can go into. But you want to find a niche where people are actually consistent, because that would just be more proof of demand if you actually find a channel that is consistently getting views and consistently posting. But still, this is definitely something you can go into. I'm going to do some calculations for this. So saying it's 1.1 million views. So I'm going to do some calculation for this niche. So as we said, it had 1.1 million views. So that is going to be RPM is how much they earn per 1,000 views. So basically you just take 1 million and you divide that by 1,000 and you multiply that by the RPM. So the RPM for those kind of fitness niches, self-improvement, is around $4 to $5, depending of course on video length and the time of the year, and also kind of who it's centered around. This is more for younger people. If it was fitness or self-improvement for older people, then older people channel would have a higher RPM. But for this, at this time of the year, I would guess around $6. So as you can see, that competitor has earned around $6,500 in just 1 month, just from ad revenue. Now, I also want to check the affiliate upside. So revenue isn't just ads. We don't want to solely rely on ads, because that is basically a recipe for disaster, because you never know when YouTube can demonetize you. And also revenue fluctuates a lot on YouTube based on things like views, of course, but also depending on season. In the first 3 months of the year, RPMs dip a lot because advertisers don't spend as much money as they do in the last 3 months of the year, because that's when you have Halloween, Black Friday, Thanksgiving, Christmas, all of these consumer things are happening. So like RPM can vary a lot depending on the season. And personally, I want to build a sustainable business of YouTube, and that is why I incorporate affiliate offers in the start of my channels, and then later down the line, I start building email lists, I start building digital products, and then I also include sponsorships and also think about potentially exiting the channel and selling it. This not only doubles or triples my revenue, it also keeps me protected in case, as I said, YouTube demonetizes you, then my whole income doesn't go to zero. I will also try to get as much of my audience off platform as possible, usually through an email list, not only so I can sell them stuff, but also in case I get removed from YouTube, which is highly unlikely if you actually follow the rules. But if that happens, then I have an audience there that I can push into a new channel I create, so I will not be just starting completely from scratch. And this, thinking like an entrepreneur, is what has taken my income from being stuck at 10 to 20k a month to now making over $50,000 a month, just when I started incorporating these other monetization methods into my Faceless business. And it's how I've been able to, as I said, double or triple my income in these channels with affiliate offers. And even if I had bad months, or like bad months in summer like this, I was still able to earn thousands of dollars a month. And here's another example. As you can see, of course, it fluctuates a bit, but it's also very consistent. I don't have crazy dips, I don't have crazy highs as well. I have some highs, but it's also just a lot more sustainable when you actually go into this method and you actually apply those things and you actually structure your content around kind of being more like a brand and not just chasing viral hits, just chasing viral videos constantly. And it's also how I've been able to earn money on a channel like this one. I started under a month ago without it even being monetized. As you can see, 632 subscribers, but I'm still earning a lot of money off it, because as you can see, I'm getting very good views. And that is because I'm treating it like a business and not solely relying on chasing views and ad revenue. Now, I'm not saying to go and instantly make your own digital products, start an email list, build a website with a brand new channel. I'm not saying that. All I recommend and what I've done on this channel is just finding an affiliate offer from sites like CJ Affiliate that have solid commissions, and then I put them in the description. Just like one link in the description, and you can mention it once or twice in the script. It's as easy as that. And that is earning me thousands of dollars a month across my channels. And what is so great about this is that you get feedback and you can actually analyze if that product actually works for your audience. And that's what is so great with affiliate marketing on YouTube, because you can test different products for free to find what your audience resonates with the most and what gets the highest click-through rate. And why this is extra great? Well, it's because if you were in the future to create your own product, then you know exactly what your audience wants the most, and you know what their pain points, what they resonate with, what they like, what they don't like, and you can create an amazing product around that and just get a tons of sales. It's as simple as that. So just a quick recap: pick a niche with demand, find 2 channels with over 300k views a month, find an affiliate offer and put it in your description, and do not overcomplicate it, please. Step 2 is to create an edge over your competition. Now, to actually dominate a niche and earn as much as you possibly can, you have to create an edge over your competitors. Because when I go into niche, I want to make sure my time is well spent. I don't want to be number 5 in that niche or number 3. I want to be number 1. I want to be the one who gets the most views and makes the most amount of money in that niche. And the only way for you to do this is you have to have an edge. You have to have an edge that your competition doesn't have. Now, this can be a lot of things. If you're very experienced in a niche, then that is a very good edge you can have over someone who, let's say, just uses ChatGPT to write the scripts. Like, let's say you're a big fan of F1 and you go into that niche. Well, you know what F1 fans want to know. You know what triggers them and what they would be likely to watch. Why? Because, well, you would like to watch that thing as well, and you find that topic and that idea interesting. But for some more easy edge ideas, that sounded a bit weird, but a very easy one is just to go longer. If your competitors do 8-minute long videos, then do 18 to 20-minute long videos, because you will have on average a higher watch time than your competitors, which YouTube will see, and their whole goal, YouTube's whole goal, is to keep people on the platform as long as possible. So they will be much more likely to recommend you over your competitors to that audience. Another one is having a human voiceover, and this is what I did. I saw my competitors were just using very basic stock footage, B-roll footage with ChatGPT scripts and an AI voiceover. Now, I'm not saying an AI voiceover is bad, and AI voiceover is actually great. I preach about this all the time, about how 80% of my channels have an AI voiceover, specifically from 11 Labs. But since there wasn't a very clear edge for me in that niche, like most of my competitors were posting pretty long videos, and I wasn't willing to invest a lot of money in editing or a good script writer because I'm a pretty cheap bastard. So that is why I decided to try out a human voiceover in this niche. So I just found someone on Upwork who was willing to do $20 per video to actually be the voice behind the channel. And even though I still used very basic stock footage, B-roll and a ChatGPT script, that tiny authenticity boost absolutely moved the needle for me. And it's a big reason why I was able to make that type of money in that short of a time frame. So just find your edge. So step 3 is to replicate adjacent niches. So what you will see a lot of gurus tell you is that you should just copy titles in your niche and make just very small adjustments. And while that is true, and you can get a tons of views from that, if you want to actually find something. So what you will see a lot of gurus tell you is that you should just copy titles in your niche and make small adjustments. And while that is true, you want to actually find something that works in your niche and that would work on your audience as well and replicate that. But if you want to get the most amount of views as possible and completely dominate a niche, you want to find outliers from adjacent niches and transfer that over to your niche. So videos that did well in very similar niches and taking that idea and trying it out in your niche. That's how you stand out from your competitors, who are basically just copying each other and fighting over that video idea. So an example of this is, let's say you are in the soccer niche, then you want to study what went viral in the NFL niche or the basketball niche, because those are very similar niches, but they have a very different audience. So an example of this could be a football video got a lot of views, then you would transfer that over to the NFL and that would work. So just an example of this is basketball to NFL, but this video, 8 items LeBron owns that costs more than your life. As you can see, this is just showing off expensive things that LeBron James owns in a basketball channels. Then this channel, FieldFlix, took that concept and transferred it over to the NFL niche, just doing stupidly expensive things Patrick Mahomes owns. And as you can see, the results in that, 1.1 million views. And that is because he saw the concept from another niche, very adjacent niche, similar niche, and just transferred it over. Because that clearly worked in the basketball niche, then why wouldn't it work in the NFL niche? So take time to study adjacent niches. If you have no clue about any adjacent niches in your niche, then just ask your good friend ChatGPT and it will help you out. And yeah, just ask yourself what format, hook, theme is doing well in this adjacent niche. So like what aspect of this video besides the video idea and the thumbnail are doing exceptionally well? Like, is there anything in the hook? Is the content, is the way they edit it, is there just things that do very well in this kind of basketball niche, and can I transfer it over to the NFL niche? Sure. So you basically just want to have that kind of a mindset. Step 4, now probably the most important step, is just to stay consistent. You've probably heard this millions of times before, but it's just such a important aspect. You can post 3 videos 1 week and 1 the next, and then take a 2-week vacation of YouTube and come back and post every single day. But like, you won't get views that way, and you won't build a sustainable business. Like, it's super important to stay consistent so YouTube has inventory to test. The YouTube algorithm's main goal is to keep viewers on the platform, as I've said, so that they can watch as much ads as possible. So why would YouTube give you that trust if you can't stay consistent? If you can't consistently post good videos that satisfy your viewers and make them return for more, then they won't start recommending your videos to other audiences, to other people, and to people inside your audience. So you just have to learn how to assist the algorithm if you want to actually make thousands of dollars a month with YouTube, because you're not going to get there just completely fighting the algorithm and trying to be its worst enemy. You want to give it a chance and a reason to push your videos, and one powerful way to do this is just post consistently. Also, if you have a video that is doing good numbers, then just let it breathe for a second before actually dropping the next video. You don't want to cannibalize, you could say, the momentum. I'm not saying wait till that video dies out, but if a video is skyrocketing, then I would suggest giving it some breathing room, so you're not telling YouTube that, oh, by the way, here is a new video I want you to recommend. So just note that down. Also, consistently try and test new things. You want to iterate each upload, and that is how you're going to grow and dominate your niche, and how you're going to be able to open new niches like I am constantly and just totally dominate each and every single time. You want to test, you want to constantly throw things on the wall and see if they stick. So for instance, try having a stronger first 30 seconds of your videos. Like, ask yourself, does this hook version work? Does me playing on fair in the hook work better than me playing on excitement? If I try to make cleaner titles, would that work? If I try this type of title and this type of title, the next video, like, what of those work the best? Okay, let me shorten my outro so I maximize retention, which would give my channel a boost. Let me try that. Just trying these different things, constantly trying to improve, is going to get you results, and it's going to make you improve your skills as a YouTuber. To the point where you know exactly what CTAs work on converting viewers to customers, what music gets people coming back to watch more, like what colors in the thumbnails grabs the most attention, is the most intriguing, etc. Just trying to improve each video, just making each video 1% better, is what's going to give results, and that is just going to compound and compound and compound. Okay, so those were the 4 steps. Now let me tell you why you should stop obsessing over CTR and watch time. Because I just see way too many people obsessing over this, like that's kind of the golden ticket to make money with YouTube and get tons of views and go viral. And that is not true, because here's the problem. Those numbers have no context. Okay, like YouTube knows exactly who clicked on your video, what they watched yesterday, what device they're on, where they live, even how long they usually stay on the platform. They know every single viewer inside and out. But what do we get? We just get an average CTR and an average retention graph. We don't get no context. You don't know if that 8% CTR came from your warm subscribers or just a completely cold audience that's never heard of you. And you don't know if people are dropping off at minute 3, like they hated every single minute of your video, or if they just had to go to work or they decided to do something different. Like I will show you on screen right now 2 videos. One that had a lower CTR but had millions of views, and one that had higher CTR but didn't have that same amount of views. Like, if you believe in CTR and watch time so much, then how does that make sense? And I have thousands of other results that can back this up. Now, why is that? Well, it's because of a lot of different reasons. As I said, you don't get the context, but it's also the more viral your video gets, the more it's going to be pushed to an audience outside of your niche. So the CTR will just automatically go down and go down, and the retention as well, because you're being pushed to an audience that don't really care too much about your content. They're not as engaged as your more core audience, like people who watch everything about, let's say you had an F1 channel, and they will literally watch every single thing about F1 because they're very interested in that. But if it's a new audience who care more about just sports in general, then of course, like, the retention in CTR will go down. And that is why focusing on CTR and watch time in isolation is just a trap. Those metrics are just the surface layer. The real game is having good packaging and delivering on your promise. That's what actually tells YouTube, like, hey, this video is making us money. Let's just keep pushing it. The only two metrics worth really giving an F about when it comes to YouTube is views. So videos that get views, as easy as that. If a video gets views, then something worked out. Just find out what. And also spikes and dips in retention. So if there is a big dip in your video at the retention graph, just analyze why that happened and improve that. And if there is a big spike in your video, then ask yourself why and just include that in more and more videos. Any other metric, you can just fully ignore. So I just wanted to cover that because I'm just tired of seeing all these other gurus who have never done YouTube just misleading you into constantly analyzing, oh, CTR, oh, watch time, instead of actually making a good video that delivers on promise and makes the viewers stay on YouTube as long as possible. That's why I built a free school community. It's literally everything you need to get started building a faceless brand that's sustainable on YouTube. Inside here, if you click on the classroom, you have a full Faceless YouTube masterclass. Literally finding profitable niche. I will show you the methods I talked about, how to find viral video ideas, how to write the scripts, how to set up the channel properly. This is very important. How to make voiceovers with the level apps. Everything you need to know about video editing, how to actually package your video, how to make a good title and thumbnail. And also, if you decide to outsource, how are you going to do that? Also, more stuff, tools and resources, niche lists, videos and case studies, freelancer lists. It's all in there. Links below. It's 100% free, and I'll see you inside. Have a great day.